The cost of college. I found a quote by Nelson Mandela that explains what I'm going to be talking about today. Education is the most powerful weapon which you can use to change the world. Education in this day and age is very important. Like, to be successful, you need some form of post-high school education or training. I come from a family where both my parents attended college. I have one sibling, an older sister, who just graduated from college in November. I'm currently a student in my third year of college. Through my family and personal experience, I've gained a lot of knowledge on this topic. This topic is important to all of us because we are all students, and most of us will go on to continue our education. One of the biggest purchases a student can make is their education. Once the choice has been made to attend college, many other important financial decisions will have to be made. Like, the decisions and or choices made will help determine if college will be affordable for some students. After the decision has been made for a student to attend college, like, the next decision which needs to be made is choosing a school that best fits them and offers a major of their choice. For example, if you were going for dentistry, or if you wanted to become a pilot, there are schools that do offer those types of degrees, but those are not in the state of Wisconsin, so you'd have to go somewhere else for that. Choosing the best school that fits them financially. Like, the student could either choose a public school or a private school. To choose a public school, it can be more affordable for like the student, and it's typically a lot larger than a private school, so they can admit more. Because they can admit more, it poses at the same time a threat because there's a lot of students who go there that there's not really great accessibility. According to public university versus private university by Ben, the public universities, however, 200 students may be enrolled in some classes, especially in lower, like, division courses. They also offer, like, a very like diverse student population. Students come from a wide variety of areas. some from out of state, as well as other countries as well. We have a lot of foreign exchange that come into the U.S. I into choosing the best school. I had spoke to a college student during my interview, and she talked about how she selected a school that best fit her by taking tours, and she used the internet, as well as she talked with someone to get like a better understanding of what they offer, and the like advantages of that school. Some disadvantages of a public school would be that students feel like they are just like a number, that they're not really like important. At a larger school, once again, like instructors and the accessibility to students would be much more difficult because there's a larger class size. The second one would be a private school, in which private schools are much smaller, which allows more personal attention. They are close-knit community, and they are according to private versus public. By then again, private colleges offer a smaller range of majors, but often have a particular academic focus. Something going back to like dentistry and stuff, they may have more specific degrees that they offer versus some public schools that don't have that. Some private schools may emphasize like the liberal arts or the fine arts, for instance, while others focus on engineering and computer science. Some disadvantages are, of course, the costs are a lot higher. Credits and the amount of them that transfer between, if you transfer between a public school and a private school, or if you transfer vice versa, you may have to retake a few classes to get them to transfer, and so you would have to retake those to make them complete, and that would be very discouraging to like the student and trying to complete it. Now that a student chose a school, the next choice they would have to make financially is that they want to live on campus or commute. When they choose to live on campus or commute, and you have to compare what the cost would be. The cost of room and board, according to plush dorms and fancy food plans, important drivers of college cost, by Archibald and Feldman, it states college room charges have indeed risen and more rapidly than like the typical rent in almost every year. Between 1965 and 2006, the average year-to-year increase in room charges at private universities with 6.46%, while the average year-to-year increase in the price index for tenant occupied non-farm dwellings was 4.37%. Although it does, although at the same time it does teach them, it does teach the student personal responsibility. You know, it costs a lot, but when they live on their own, they have to basically take care of themselves. So they're not going to learn to be completely dependent on their mom or dad doing the laundry for them, or doing the meals, stuff like that. They'd have to do on their own. So it kind of teach them how to live on their own and prepare them for real life. And then the second cost you would have to compare when you live on campus would be the cost of a meal plan. According to our plush dorms and fancy food plans, important drivers of college cost by Archibald and Feldman, it states like higher education itself, housing and food plans are both services. Services tend to go up in price more rapidly than manufactured goods. Since productivity increases are harder to come by in most service industries. They are also convenient to use, the pro side of it, and it allows parents to keep track of how much their kids spend and eat in school. The last like decision that like a student should make when wanting to reduce the cost of college would be choosing the best way to pay for school. There's 3 options to pay for school that could help you. Loans, grants, and scholarships. Loans are more affordable for a lot of students to attend school. There is various types of loans, such as FAFSA and other federal aid. Some accrue interest right away versus others that accrue interest after you graduate. The one downside about this, though, is that they accrue a lot of interest, which means that the student would be more in debt, and it would be more difficult for them to pay back it right away after they're done with school. Like the second one would be grants. Grants don't have to be paid back at all, but one disadvantage of that is that not everyone qualifies for a grant. There are certain income like requirements that you have to abide by, but they do offer a huge help to low income students as well. And the last helpful resource that helps pay for school would be scholarships. Most scholarships are like connected to school performance. But one disadvantage that at the same time is that school is not easy for everyone. School for some, is very challenging, and for those kids it would be more difficult to get a scholarship. There are a wide like variety of scholarships out there, and they don't have to be paid back to the school. That was a gift to you, and you don't have to pay them back. Like in review, it's important to know that the job market is very competitive, and education is the best way to prepare for it, for a career. Attending school is a very important step in a young person's life, and it demands a lot of thought and consideration. There are many financial decisions to be made to help reduce the cost of college, and these choices are choosing a school, living on campus, or commuting, and the best way to pay for school. Education is an investment in yourself. No one can ever take that away from you. Not only you will improve yourself, but in the words of Nelson Mandela, you will help change the world. Thank you.